Peace and blessings, family. I'm your brother in the struggle, Ali. And today I would like to share with y'all our Supreme Angel Manifesto. Basically asks, who are we? And while I'll actually read it, post it on here later on in the video, I just like to summarize it in brief for you in person. Basically, the Supreme Angels are student followers of the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We don't consider ourselves unique or distinct, but we're what you would call in the secular world on organized religions, non-denominational, meaning that some followers of the honorable Elijah Muhammad follow a particular minister, like say the most known is the honorable minister Farrakhan. You have branches, you have like 16 different branches of the Nation of Islam. Those that follow the Honorable Minister Salas Muhammad, the Honorable Minister Levi Kareem, Jeremiah Shabazz, Minister Hamza, Minister Al-Mutaqwan Ali in Philadelphia, Secretariats, Minister Hakeem, you name it. It's different brothers and sisters that stand up for freedom, justice, and equality. Our position basically is COINTELPRO are the 10%, the rich, the slave makers of the poor, who teach the poor lies. They intentionally sought to divide and destroy the Nation of Islam. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the Nation of Islam would rise and fall, and then rise and not fall again. We pray within and we work without to make sure that the Nation of Islam never falls again. So as a independent branch of the Nation of Islam who follows the life-giving teachings of Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we don't deem it necessary to slander other branches of the Nation of Islam. Like you have Brother Minister Royal Solomon, just different brothers, you know what I mean, that we agree with all of them on some of the stuff that different brothers or ministers may teach. We may disagree with them on some minor things, some major things, some theological issues, some mythologies or what have you, you know what I mean? But we support all of them. We consider all FOIs and MGTs under one flag, one universal flag of Islam, freedom, justice, and equality. And that includes those that are under the so-called red, black, and green. That includes our Moorish brothers and sisters. That includes our Garvites, or the followers of Marcus Messiah Garvey, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, the Honorable Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the God, so-called Clarence 13X, Father of Law, the Nation of Gods and Earths. We consider all of them to be our brothers and sisters in the struggle. We believe as they all believe. You know what I mean? We're basically struggling for the liberation of our people. You know what I mean? We may have different mythologies, different dialects, different languages, different uniforms, different prayers, different things that we are dominant in, recessive in, dominant ideas, recessive ideas, you know, but at the end of the day, we're striving for peace, truth, freedom, justice, and equality. You know what I mean? So, the Supreme Angels, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us about the angels. He teaches us that the angels come to make sure no mistakes are made. The messenger teaches us that he doesn't make a mistake. Now, when we say he doesn't make a mistake, we see him make mistakes in front of our eyes on tape, you know what I mean? So it's not a spooky sense. We believe that Islam is mathematics and mathematics is Islam. The gods don't make mistakes, you know what I mean? We may make a miscalculation, but you can't make a mistake in the universal order of things. You know what I mean? You may think that you spilled some milk. If the child spills some milk, that milk is going to seek its own level. That milk is going to make a sound. That liquid is going to have a certain atomic vibration. It's going to dissipate and transform into other atomic forms. If you spill a glass of water on the ground and you see that water on the ground, I throw it out the car right now, you'll see it there. If you come back 3 hours from now, it's not there. The atoms that I thought I spilled was alive. They're conscious. Those atoms is going to obey the will of Allah. It's going to obey gravity. The water is not going to float in the air. Now, I mean, if it's below 32 degrees, the water turns into a solid. Now, I mean, as the wind blows and the current gets warmer and the vibrations increase, that water that I spilled on the ground seemingly is going to vibrate and turn back into water molecules in the atmosphere, which is 6 miles high. So there is no mistakes in our theosophy, our theology. You know what I mean? We should be learning more and more as time goes on. The Elijah Muhammad teaches us wisdom is independent of anyone. This is why we see more and more. You know what I mean? He said, you know, we go deeper into it, but it's the same thing. Sometimes he told us, he said, sometimes we go out and we stub our toe, then we got to come hopping back to him. I mean, so sometimes we think we found something superior or greater than the life-giving teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I mean, I don't believe there's anything out there greater than the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. I think that all of the good things that's out there is the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. It just may be under the banner of our Afrocentric brothers, you know what I mean? It may be in the Bible, our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters may have it, the 5%ers may have it. So everybody has their own jewels, you know what I mean? You know, the message teaches us knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you know what I mean? So we strive for those things, you know what I mean? And we respect those that respect us. Our 24 Principles of Islam teaches us that a Muslim respects all people and demands respect from all people. So we don't, you know, the message said in the Fall of America, he told us in 1973, in the Fall of America, he said, the angels ain't coming to argue with you. They don't have time to dispute truth. You know what I mean? It's like, we don't have time for all that. You know what I mean? I understand some people enjoy debates and all that, and it has its place. You know what I mean? That has its place. You know what I mean? But it's like we can get into that. You know what I mean? You know, we can have fun with that. But the struggle is so serious. The time is so short. You know what I mean? A lot of people be like, the white man is, it's like, this is the year 2022. I mean, white folks is not the devil's time was up, contrary to popular belief, the devil's time was up in 1985. This is 2022. Do the math. Study the Asiatic year. Study out 25,000 year ciphers. You know what I mean? So in these videos, you're going to learn all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? This is why we opened up the Null Institute. You know what I mean? So that we can give you the esoteric and the in-depth life-giving teachings of Elijah Muhammad to help you help yourself. We don't have followers. You know what I mean? You know, I may call myself a minister, but you're a minister. Every student follower of Elijah Muhammad is a minister. You know what I mean? We all use Bazis. We all wazirs. We all are secretaries. We all are in the struggle for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We have the obligation. You know what I mean? We don't go to the temple. We have Allah's temples of Islam, but it's not a place. It's not a building. People misinterpret that and think that. But nah, our thing is the whole earth is the masjid of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The whole earth is a law school. The whole universe is a law school. The whole universe is the church. The whole universe is our masjid, our mosque. The whole universe is our temple. You know what I mean? The messenger told us in 1972, in Elijah Meets the Press, when they questioned him about how the Nation of Islam would be operating after he's physically dead and gone, and he explained to him, he said, listen, after me, I brought you face to face with God himself. You're going to see God in the mirror. His position was, you will be a God over your own home. His position, his teachings, not mine. Now, I mean, I respect those of you that may go to the different temples and mosques and schools and churches and synagogues and masjids and what have you, Roman cathedrals, whatever. Now, I mean, they all had that places too, because everybody's not vibrating on the same level of consciousness. We have 85% out there that still sleep. We got a big job to do. I mean, we need all the help we can get. So I don't argue with no Hebrew Israel. I love my Hebrew Israel. I love my Moorish Science Temple. I mean, I used to go in there and pray Circle 7 with them. I went in the law school in Mecca. You know what I mean? Peace to the gods. You know what I mean? Because all of that is doing positive work to help elevate the consciousness of our people. Who can deny the Afrocentric community is not helping our people wake up to the knowledge of self? They may not do it under Islamic banner or 5% banner or under this minister or that imam or that reverend or that guru or that sheikh or what have you. You know what I mean? But they had their own mentors, and you know, sometimes it be themselves. You know what I mean? You know, the message told us you don't take big numbers to do big things. And he told us, you know, small things start great wars. So success does not depend on numbers according to the Holy Quran. The Holy Quran teaches us it is not righteousness if you stand up or bow down and face the east or the west when you perform your prayers. I understand some people like to call it Don and speak Arabic fluently and Kiswahili and Hebrew and Greek and Spanish and Arabic and Latin and what have you. That's fine. We need people that can do that, because some people, I can't communicate in their languages. Maybe you can. I mean, the message, you take it and, you know, you take it and put it in that fine way that Allah bless you with. You know what I mean? So we all have our unique gifts. You know what I mean? But the messenger told us that he gave us, you know what I mean, what Allah gave him. And who can deny that he didn't do his job as the messenger of Allah, the first, last, and only messenger of Allah, God, the supreme Allah, God, who came in the person of Master Muhammad, to whom all praises are due forever. And he told us that Islam in the future would be what he said. I'm quoting him. He said it will be a universal Islam, a universal nation of Islam. So when people hear us talking about the universal nation of Islam, it's not a different nation. There's only one nation of Islam. You know what I mean? But the universal nation of Islam is universal in the sense of we don't care what symbol and flag you may be under, you're still under the sun, moon, and star. You know what I mean? You're still under freedom, justice, and equality. You know what I mean? That's the struggle. So we're going to share with y'all some things, you know what I mean, to do our little part, do our little atomic part, you know what I mean, like the message said, we're just a little atom, you know what I mean, in the struggle. You know what I mean? We love y'all. Keep your heads high and keep pushing. The struggle continues. Salam Allah. Peace to the gods and goddesses.
Nowadays they just talk, but they talk about nothing. Nowadays everybody wanna say something. Goddamn. Nowadays they just talk, but they talk about nothing. Nowadays everybody wanna say something. Goddamn.